This is KGW News at 11.
Good evening. We begin with breaking news here at 11 with a protest in southeast Portland that police have declared a riot. This is outside the Multnomah building at Southeast Hawthorne and Grand. Police ordered everyone to leave the immediate area. Earlier, we saw rocks thrown at the building, a window that was broken, and flaming debris was thrown inside, starting a fire in the offices. Now, this is a live look at the scene right now. Police have pushed the protesters away from the Multnomah building, and the fire in the building has been put out. At least some of the group is still marching in the area. We'll keep you updated on what happens. Police have identified the suspect caught on video attacking a man in downtown Portland. This happened Sunday near a Black Lives Matter protest. And we want to warn you, the video may be hard to watch. Officers are looking for 25-year-old Marquise Love. He's accused of beating the driver of a pickup truck who crashed at Southwest Taylor and Broadway. The driver was badly beaten but is out of the hospital right now. We don't know exactly what led up to this assault. If you have any information, contact Portland Police.
Thank you very, very much. From the bottom of my heart, thank you all. It means the world to me and my family, and I'll see you on Thursday.
Democratic delegates have formally nominated former Vice President Joe Biden as their presidential candidate. The virtual roll call vote came on night 2 of the Democratic National Convention. Tonight featured speeches from top Democrats from across the generations, such as Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Jimmy Carter, and Bill Clinton.
At a time like this, the Oval Office should be a command center. Instead, it's a storm center. There's only chaos.
Biden also picked up support from more prominent Republicans, including the late Senator John McCain's wife, Cindy, and former Secretary of State Colin Powell. Biden will formally accept the nomination on Thursday. The convention is being done virtually due to the coronavirus pandemic, and that includes the nomination process. Mike Benner spoke with an Oregon delegate on what this all has been like from home.
Carry us forward in our time of need.
Speeches from the likes of Jill Biden and Bill Clinton highlighted night 2 of the Democratic National Convention. All done virtually, of course, just like the roll call vote of delegates.
Joe Biden has officially been nominated by the Democratic Party,
ending in Joe Biden's formal designation as the party's presidential nominee.
It means the world to me and my family.
So as co-chairs, we are actually doing the roll call. We recorded that a couple days ago.
Travis Nelson is one of Oregon's more than 70 delegates. Like his cohorts across the country,
the Democrats are working to bridge divides.
Nelson cast his vote from his home state, not the least traditional, but necessary.
It would not have been safe to travel to Milwaukee. So doing it from home this way, I think, was the best possible alternative. And I think the DNC has done a great job in making it happen and making us feel like we are actively participating to the best of its ability.
That's not to say that Nelson isn't missing the in-person convention. These are photos of him at the Democratic National Convention in Philadelphia back in 2016. Nelson says he'll miss the energy in the room and meeting so many people, many of whom are idols.
Like in 2016, I almost knocked John Lewis over. I was coming out of the bathroom and I was trying to hurry up and get back to my seat. And he was walking right by the bathroom as I was leaving. And one of his staffers actually stopped me about a foot shy of knocking John Lewis over.
Needless to say, Nelson will miss chance encounters like that one. But he understands and appreciates the overall significance of a convention, even if it's virtual, and he's not taking his duties as a delegate lightly.
It's a special time, it's a unique time, and I feel a special responsibility being one of the higher ranking African-American officers within the Democratic Party.
Well, these delegates are certainly making the most of this unique situation. It is worth mentioning that I spoke to a Marion County woman who was a delegate at the 1984 Democratic National Convention down in San Francisco. She says today's delegates will be missing out on the social networking and the pomp and circumstance, but she says we should be lucky that we have the technology we do to make a virtual convention even possible. I'm Mike Benner for KGW News.
Tonight we're hearing from passengers at PDX who witnessed a wild scene Sunday evening. We first told you about this last night. Police say a man drove through the airport fence and onto the taxiway with a woman and 2 kids in the car. At one point, he went under the wing of a commercial plane, forcing it to stop. Passenger Allison Whitaker captured it on video.
I've seen movies being filmed in different cities throughout the country, and I was for sure waiting for that film crew somewhere. It was just surreal.
While this is concerning from a security perspective, aviation experts say it's not unheard of for a car to make it onto the airfield.
The fence is really not designed to be impenetrable. It's really designed to be a delaying action to allow law enforcement enough time to intercept any unauthorized personnel or vehicles. So in this case, it works.
Police arrested the alleged driver, 24-year-old Ulysses Tejeda Ayala of Washougal. We looked into his background today, but found no criminal record or history of mental health issues. Police say he told them he crashed into the fence because a truck was chasing him. The wife of a youth pastor who died saving teenagers in a tragic accident is remembering him for his bravery and love for others. Earlier this month, youth pastor Andy Inskeep and 11-year-old Brandon Rayleigh both drowned while attending a youth outing with a Ridgefield church near Hood River. Their group had stepped onto a sandbar to cool off when the shelf gave out. Inskeep drowned while helping others get back to shore.
In the last 20 years, he has not changed. He is still the same person, showing God's love to others as he was when I first met him. And so I think that that is what Andy's legacy will be known for. And I think that he died doing exactly what he loved, which was saving teens, serving teens, and saving them both physically and spiritually.
To honor his memory, Maria created the Andrew J. Inskeep Memorial Scholarship Fund. Donations can be sent through Ridgefield Church of the Nazarene. Money will fund scholarships in communities where Andy ministered. In the coronavirus pandemic, Oregon reported 9 new deaths today and 237 new cases. That death count is one of the highest single-day totals in Oregon. This chart tracks the daily numbers. Overall, though, Oregon's numbers remain relatively low. As for new daily cases, this graph shows the numbers have leveled off in recent weeks. The state has been consistently reporting about 200 to 300 new cases a day. Public health officials say it is a positive trend, but also not an excuse to get complacent. Because of the pandemic, some incoming college freshmen are deciding to put off school, even if they got accepted to their top choice. Taking a gap year after high school was already fairly common, but some schools report as many as 20% of this year's freshmen are choosing to defer to 2021. Students say they don't want to take the safety risk, and they wouldn't get the normal college experience anyway.
Having done online classes this spring when everything started, I found out that the online classes don't work for me.
There is some concern, however, that class spots could be limited next year when those deferred freshmen return on top of the normal group of incoming students. Some students say instead of deferring, they're opting to pick a different school that's closer to home.
Dame from deep waters, Damian Lillard. It's Adult Swim.
You just never get tired of seeing that, do you? Damian Lillard struck from half-court range again tonight to help lead the Blazers to victory. Portland now has a 1-0 edge in their quest to knock off the top-seeded Lakers. Orlando Sanchez has our recap of Game 1.
What's good, everyone? The Portland Trail Blazers just wanted a chance to make the playoffs. Now that they're here, they're making the most of their opportunity, rising to the occasion in crunch time to take Game 1 of this best-of-7 series against the Los Angeles Lakers. First quarter belonged to the Blazers. Wenyen Gabriel filling in for the injured Zach Collins and getting the party started. How about Yusuf Nurkic? He had a double-double in the first quarter, finished with 16 points and 15 rebounds. Portland was on top by 11 at the end of the first. Then the Lakers rallied to take the lead in the second. LeBron James did it all. 23 points, 17 rebounds, 16 assists. CJ McCollum was cooking in the third quarter, gave the Blazers life when they needed a bucket. A back and forth game that came down to the fourth quarter. And you know what time it is. Damian Lillard filling it. And he wasn't done. Play of the game, Hassan Whiteside, get it out. Then on the other end, the dagger. Portland hit big shot after big shot. Carmelo Anthony, Gary Trent Jr., timely threes to put this game away. Portland gets the W 100-93.
Seeing so many different guys come in and make game-changing plays in such important games that it's made us more comfortable with each other, you know, when the game gets tight, you know, so we don't lose trust when the game is more on the line. We continue to trust each other because we've been in these games since we've been here.
Actually being in playoffs and playing the game, I'm not taking that for granted. I'm really happy how we played. Obviously, I think we didn't play our best, but I think I'm happy we got a win.
Game 2 set for Thursday night. The Blazers lead this best-of-7 series 1-0. Orlando Sanchez, KGW Sports.